So in Model 13, the very first thing we study is about how to measure the Hong Kong's economy. So to measure, there are some indicators. So make it very quickly, there are three. The first one is the well-known three letter, GDP. So the GDP, higher the GDP, the better the economic development or the performance in Hong Kong. The other one is unemployment rate. So I use abbreviation, unemployment, and the percentage means the rate. And the third, for example, if you are a worker, the higher the price you get, I mean the wage or salary, the better the economy. So it is actually the average wage. So abbreviation AVG. So through these indicators, you can understand how the economy is. And at the same time, you have to know that there are a lot of different events happen in Hong Kong that proves the economy is getting better or worse. For example, some well-known cases, 1997, the financial crisis make the economy worse. And afterward, something happened, like 2003 is making one step even further, the H case the SARS. Okay, so SARS is a disease that makes the economy getting worse. But at the same time, some policy is trying to help the Hong Kong economy. For example, 2009. So to still remember the word CEPA, CEPA is the relationship between China and Hong Kong in the partnership. So for example, why there are lots of mainland tourists coming to Hong Kong, one of the reasons is that they have signed the contract of CEPA. Okay, so this is a closer relationship, partnership. So it means that actually you understand the government, the Hong Kong government has to do something to improve the Hong Kong economy. And that's the reason why, start from after the New Year, we have studied something about the role of the government, okay? So definitely this is the Hong Kong SAR government, okay? So basically, the government is responsible to the economy, and there are two important steps. The first one is to stabilize the economy, right? The other one is develop. So to stabilize the economy, basically there are two things to do. The one everyone knows is about the fiscal policy. And you know fiscal is something about money. So I put a sign here, the fiscal policy. So what are the possible examples? One of them is about the tax. Okay? So for example, when I cut taxes, and then it stimulates more the incentive. More people would like to spend money, and probably it helps to enhance the economy. Okay? So this is the fiscal policy. So about the other possible way that Hong Kong government can do is to set up a framework. So what kind of framework? For example, if the housing market is too overheated, so you have to think of some policy to push it back and to make it calm. This is to stabilize the economy. So at this moment, you will discover that there are a lot of adjectives describing what means framework in the textbook. So that is a comprehensive, financial, regulatory framework. But I'm not going to put the details here. So this is one of the ways to stabilize the economy. Get it? So we have finished the part about to stabilize the economy, but how about development? Everyone knows that a government has to, in the long term, try to help the place to develop. So for development, there are several things to do. 3 points. The first one is to set up a direction. For normal people, they do not know what to develop or what is the way, what is the route. So the government has to set a direction, and today, everyone knows that it's a knowledge economy. And that's why the government has to prepare a lot of things to help Hong Kong to develop in a rich knowledge-based environment and economical environment. Okay, so this is one of the points. And then they have to make sure that the people can can help in this economy. So therefore, we have to nurture talent. Okay? And the third point is to maintain a good business environment. With no environment, I mean a not favorable environment, no people can do good business. Okay? So these are the 3 points under the point of develop. So make sure that at this moment you can differentiate what means develop and what is stabilize. Okay? So this is something about the government. So how about when we look forward, for example, we have to think about Hong Kong versus the mainland China, cities such as Shenzhen or Shanghai. So how there are a point coming up is about competitiveness. You have to compete. So there are 2 points in to enhance the competitiveness. The first one is to cooperate. So to cooperate with mainland China, probably Hong Kong has raised its competitiveness. When the cooperation is higher, there are more trade or there are more investment. Okay? So this is one of the points. The second point, to enhance the competitiveness, it means that you can compete in the ongoing period, you can compete with other countries. You have to make sure that your place is sustainable. So what means sustainable? Basically, it means that the economy can continue. Okay? So I'm going to give you some example here for the cooperation between Hong Kong and China. For example, do you still remember the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge? I make the abbreviation here. So for example, with the bridge, there are more connection, more transports, and at the same time, more tourists going in and out between Hong Kong and mainland. So all these activities is actually enhancing the relationship between mainland and China and also the economic performance. So this is one of the examples. So this is the macro view about what you have learned in Module 13, and for details, do try to study in your notes and the lecture inside the classroom.